Because the presentation is not about the PowerPoint. The presentation is about you as an individual. And that change on itself, already when people walk in the room, they're like, that already sets me ahead on, okay, I own the story, it's my presentation, I can do it. My name is Marius Zuurbier and I'm product manager at a corporate in the Netherlands. And presentations is something that I do on a daily basis. So I think if I go back to what I did before Present Mastery, is I gave a lot of presentations all day, every day, connecting to customers to see what their needs were, where we are at the program, what we're doing with the products. And my presentations were quite basic. So I saw myself as wanting to go out there, trying new things, but didn't really have a clue on how to structure it and how to get better. I knew that I always wanted to stand out of just boring presentations with a lot of facts, a lot of data that's being shared to everyone, because nobody is paying attention to that. If I give a presentation that I want people to close their laptops, people to put their phones away, and people to not look outside of the window, but really paying attention to what I was sharing. But I didn't really know how to do that. I didn't know how to get to that position at that moment in time. So for me, it changed when I saw David first with a couple of TED Talks. So the how to avoid death by PowerPoints, the storytelling, the 110 steps. That really changed my view on, okay, so there is something that I can do it in a different way. I can structurize my PowerPoint, not with a lot of facts and a lot of data, but do it different and then do it different enough so that a lot of people will notice. And it helped me to stand out more and get people's attention. So my expectations of the Present Mastery program were that I wanted to become better and I got a good structure of how to get better. But I couldn't foresee what has happened to me over that entire year because the structure was so good. It really transformed my life as a presenter, as a human being on itself. In all my communications, I apply a completely different structure than what I did a year ago. Because for me, Present Mastery is exactly how David says it. It's about submerging yourself in presentation and communication skills. You train yourself every day in every conversation, whether it's a presentation that you give at work, whether it's a communication event at the coffee machine with your colleagues, where you're talking about what you did over the weekend, or when you go out shopping and talk to the cashier. You can train yourself at every moment in time. And I wouldn't have imagined myself doing that, but I really wanted to get better. And all of you offered a good structure on just go out there and try and get out of your comfort zone. So that helped me a lot. So if you look at the changes that it has brought me is, first of all, if I give a presentation, it never has a white background anymore. It always has a black background because the presentation is not about the PowerPoint. The presentation is about you as an individual. And that change on itself, already when people walk in the room, they're like, what happens here? Why black background? What's going on? That already sets me ahead on, okay, I own the story, it's my presentation, I can do it. And then the second thing is the entire structure of how to bring in the presentation, how to start, how to structure the middle, and then how to end it off with a good conclusion, a good summary, and a good finale on really getting an emotion for people, a call to action. What do they have to leave the room with? That really sets it apart from any other presentation that you see at my work. So now I've been part of the Present Mastery training for already much more than a year, and it changed my life completely. So I'm doing things in the presentation and the communication skills that I didn't imagine before. I just wanted to get better at giving presentations at work, but it enabled much more inside of me. And when people talk about the structure of presentations or how to be a little bit better on stage, I share so much and I smile when I tell stories for half an hour, for an hour, or maybe 2 hours to people like, okay, you could do this, this, and this differently. That people said, okay, why don't you want to do more with that? So recently I got the opportunity to give a workshop for a lot of project managers at my company. And I just went in there, I thought, okay, let's go out of my comfort zone and give this training. And the feedback that I got was so good. It made me so proud that I can really give a good workshop about presentation skills that I want to do more in that. And they now ask me to give a full day session and maybe a 2-day session. So they really see the benefit in giving good presentations. And they also saw that it changed me as a person so much during the entire year that they have confidence in me to get out there and give the training. So I really like that. If that's the biggest win for me from the program, I think there's a number of wins that I gained from this program. So one, I'm much better in communicating in general. So to everyone who is around myself. I can create much better stories about what happened over the weekend or what happened in the past. And secondly, my presentations at work are, I would say, outstanding. So they are much better than average. And I really bring something. I bring movement in the presentation that I give. And that was for me the most important thing of why I joined the Presenter Mastery program. And then the added benefit of what it gives is that I get much more out of it than I expected. Like giving trainings myself and wanting to help others being better at presenter mastery as well, or presenter skills. So talking about comfort zones. My comfort zone was very small when I started the presenter mastery training. I did the normal things when I gave a presentation. So I used the PowerPoint and I just talked along by the PowerPoint. And I think the Presenter Mastery training program really puts you out of that comfort zone. Do things that you wouldn't expect you would do yourself. I think a great example of that is I try to push myself for the final video, the final element of the Presenter Mastery where you get the end score of the training. And I wanted to really take the last step out of my comfort zone at that moment in time. Well, some other participant of the training program, he pushed me towards moving down in a presentation. So going on one knee and really bring the story focus and get the attention on me. And I thought I can do one more better. So I even started singing on stage, which I would never expect it to have happened in a year before, because I normally get quite nervous. But now I was feeling like I own the stage. I know what I can do. I can do great presentations. Now I can do amazing presentations. So I can also start singing on stage. If you're thinking about joining the Presenter Mastery course, then ask yourself 2 questions. What is the goal that you want to achieve? Where do you want to be truly good at? And secondly, do you have enough time? Because if you want to do Presenter Mastery, you really have to submerge yourself in there to get all the benefits that the entire platform offers you. But you have to put in the time to become the best version of yourself. Is that good?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Marius.
Thanks. It was really nice to be here. Yeah, absolutely.